Hi, my name is Nick, and I'm going to tell you the story about Thomas Ricketts. So Thomas Ricketts was my great-great-great-grandfather's first cousin, and he was part of the Royal Newfoundland Regiment in Belgium. So in Belgium, they were advancing, and they came under heavy fire from German guns. So Thomas Ricketts and his section commander, after the Royal Newfoundland Regiment received heavy casualties, they decided to push ahead and try to outflank the guns. About 100 yards away from the guns, they ended up running out of ammunition, and the German forces, seeing this, decided to pull their guns away to save their equipment. Now, Thomas realized that this was a situation that was pretty dire, so he ran back, he procured some ammo, and he ended up, with very accurate fire, ending up pushing the German forces into a farmhouse. And because they were in this farmhouse, they weren't able to fire their guns because they weren't set up, and they were captured, and I think 4 guns were captured as well. So they kind of won the day in that sense, and that's why he received the Victoria Cross. Now, the really interesting thing about Thomas Ricketts is that, he was a 17-year-old who was summoned to the king to receive his Victoria Cross in a private ceremony. And the king proclaimed in this private ceremony that he was the youngest VC in the army, which was true. There were younger VCs who had died and received it posthumously, but Thomas was the youngest VC in the king's army. And what was very interesting about that is that the oldest VC was also there when he was receiving his Victoria Cross medal. And I think that was a very special moment for him and for a lot of different people, especially for Newfoundland in general. Because who would have thought that this guy from Newfoundland would have received a Victoria Cross for his actions in the war, but he proved that he could, and that he could surmount any challenge. What I really find to be the most interesting about Thomas Ricketts is not that he received a Victoria Cross. It's just the kind of community-mindedness that he has throughout his life. He was a pharmacist, which is a community-driven kind of employment. And the fact that he, decided to go away for war when he was very clearly underage is, it speaks a lot about what he cares about, his country and his community. And that's kind of what I've always been infatuated with the story.